Natsu. I'm from Japan. I currently live in Nuremberg, Germany, and I'm a former professional ballerina for over 20 years. I retired last year, and I teach dance, like classical ballet to contemporary dance and movement to from children to adults of all ages and all levels. And now I'm a certified face yoga teacher. My first interaction, discovery of face yoga method was online. It's like a speech event. I was giving a speech, and then Nadine was there, also graduates, and she gave interactive face yoga workshop online, and it clicked to me because I was looking for a new passion after my dance career, and I didn't have a purpose. It was hard for me to, because I've always had a goals in my life, and suddenly I was in a big hole, like I don't know what I want to do. And since I love to work with bodies because they're so smart and adaptable to any situation, which I experience as a professional dancer, you can really train in a different way and bring your performances to top level on stage or in the rehearsals. And obviously, this is muscle. And I was like, of course, why did I never try to train my face? Duh. So yeah, that's how I came in contact with face yoga method. Although I vaguely remember early 2000, I think, when Fumiko created face yoga method. I remember seeing her in Japan on medias, like on TV. So I think it did stay with me. But yeah, the recent contact was through Nadine. I wanted to start right away, but the course I think started in June, and when I learned about face yoga method, I think it was like December, and I was getting really highly impatient, so I bought the book first the on online, and then I subscribed myself to all the other courses. So then I start to learn more about what is it and what do you actually do, all these poses and benefits and what's behind. So yeah, I started right away. I was just really fascinated, and I couldn't wait to wake up every day to learn more about it. The fears I notice is now that I'm about to open a studio, like how will the people receive this? Because not many people in Germany has heard about it. It is starting. There's a lot of media exposure on social medias and YouTube canals. But yeah, now I notice like, oh, how would the people react? But at the time, zero. After I graduated, let's say, from my dance career, I got used to the idea of not really knowing what's happening. This was very scary for me. So I didn't know what I was going to do with TCC when I graduated. I just knew like, oh, maybe online business, or rent some space because I have a connection to dance schools here. So I was like, oh, maybe I can organize a workshop. And I was somewhere midway through my certification where one of my best friends, she has a Pilates studio in Nuremberg, and she called me and said like, I have something for you. I have a space. I think you should take it. So it came by surprise. All the circumstances came together, and I thought about it for 3 seconds. It's very unlike of me. And I said, I think I'm going to do it because I will never get this opportunity. The studio is in the right in the center of the town. The location is amazing. And I said, if I miss this chance, I'm never going to get it. So I'm just going to do it. I have to. I've only organized one workshop, face yoga workshop in a dance school and where I'm teaching. So that's the only live teaching experience. And it was very scary for me. That's where I was scared, because I wasn't sure. I thought, well, maybe 3 of my dance students will show up. No one's going to show up. And then there were 18 people showed up. That had also nothing to do with dance studio where I was teaching or my dance students. So I knew that interested there and people were very curious. But that's the only, teaching experience I had. And actually yesterday there was a local newspaper columnist came and she experienced the face yoga for the first time. So yeah, so only 2 times live. And my idea for classes are one-on-one, it's called face-to-face, and then group classes, And then like 4 week intensive where people could work on specifically like I guess first find out like what are the concerns of people, like is it the forehead area or is it the nasolabial fold. So I will see how it goes and what are the people's issues, and then I will launch the 4 week intensive where people can really work on that. And then I also have a membership where people can take group lessons. There's unlimited amount. And then there's some special things like they get half an hour free consultation if you're a membership, and 30% off of other lessons. And bring a friend. So duet. I'm still teaching and I still will be teaching dance in the evenings. So like late afternoon to evening are mostly the teaching hours. And I have some private dance clients on Saturdays. So I just put all the hours I have on the website and the plans and see, I mean, if I'm fully booked, then I'll have to start thinking about work-life balances. But I know at the beginning, when you start something new, it's going to be hard. It's the same in dancing. So maybe that's not my priority. Probably it's a dangerous thing to say, the work-life balance. But I think I just have to see how people react and then see how it goes. It's a try on and error phase, I find. So yeah, I've offered really, I don't think it would be like that, but good 10 to 12 hours availability and see what happens. I was really looking for a new passion and purpose in life. And also, I've experienced the pandemic in Germany, and I was very lucky that I was still working at the theater, getting a full salary. And I was also teaching, and somehow my classes were kept, but a lot of dance schools has closed, a little bit similar like Nadine. And I had to think otherwise. And also, I've turned 40. So I think I could teach classical dance for a longer time, but I can't imagine teaching contemporary dance, which is very, very physical. Or sometimes there's acrobatic things that I can't imagine teaching that when I'm 55. So I had to sort of plan like, okay, how do I see my future? What is it? What's going to happen? So, but yeah, overall, I really realized I woke up every day like, okay, so what am I going to learn today? So that was the big take, the purpose. I think if you love to work with bodies and are fascinated by that, I think you should do it. It's really fun. Yeah, it really changed my life for the better and brighter. Not to be too dramatic about it. I feel different. It's like really I wake up every single morning like really like what's, although my list of things to do is like a novel right now, but it's really exciting. It's a purpose. So yeah, I would say go for it. Takeaway, I think it's the passion. It's obviously dance has been my longest passion for 34 years, and it's hard to find something I mean, you can't really replace that, but the precision, also the warmth of generosity from Fumiko, where she's exchanging her knowledge and her kindness with us. I think that would be the biggest take for me. Yeah, I'm just fascinated with everything because it totally makes sense. That's the, yeah, this body is smart. It just makes sense. That's why I love learning about TCC. I think when you change the physiology, what Humiko was telling, like you would not say like, oh yes, it's this is fun, and you'd be like, oh my god, this is fun, and you feel different. So when you change your facial expression, obviously, you will feel different. Um, or it's a bit like a chicken or egg. Like, do you feel good because you have a smile on your face, or because you're smiling you feel good? Like, what's first? And I found that to be logical and fascinating. So definitely, yes, there's a lot of connection. I start to also integrate some of the face yoga exercises into my dance classes, and people love it. So I'm slowly feeding them some information that they just don't know. I'm feeding them face yoga exercises. Part that I really love the most is probably the live workshop. That, yeah, it was just, I was getting fed on so many information, and it was also good to review like, did I really understand what was on the module. I'm just thankful that I got to discover the TCC and found my purpose, and It's a very exciting transition. It was one of the hardest transitioning time in my life. Maybe there's more coming, but I feel different. I think I look different. There's a before and after video of me on my website as well. And people do react different. And it's also nice to know, yeah, the some of the, yeah, it's a self-discovery, like Humiko said.